Monday. Hope all you're having a great day. Hope all you had a great weekend. Let me get down to this. Well, actually, before I get into this video, so during the weekend, um, it's kind of funny because during the weekend I spent some of the weekend, and something told me to go back and watch some old episodes of General Hospital. Not too old, but it's from like 9 years ago, from like 2008. So I was watching episodes from like February all the way up until March 10th of 2008. Let me tell you something. I watched those episodes of GH from 2008, and then I went back and I watched the episode from Friday 2017, this past Friday. I compared those episodes to that episode, and I say, God damn. Like, you notice so many. Like, if you want to watch OGH episodes from 2008, just go to YouTube and type in General Hospital 2008, and you can watch from February all the way March, all of that. They have all those episodes. Let me tell you, I said, God damn, if you watch 2008 from then to 9 years later to 2017 now, you notice major changes how the show used to do shit. Like the way the storylines were, the characters was way more interesting. The mob storylines were way better because at that time you had the Zakaras, and you had Claudia just now coming in. You had the text message killer, Lulu and all them, and Logan Hayes, which was Scott Baldwin's son. Um, Johnny Zakara. You had Kate Howard. Michael shot Kate on the pier. And Sonny thought that the Zakaras did it, so he kidnapped Johnny and held him hostage basically until, Michael ran away. So he thought that Johnny, the Zakaras had Michael. Dope episodes. Dope. I go back and watch those episodes and I'd be like, damn, look how much has changed since then. I was like, yo, what the fuck is General Hospital doing wrong? I can tell you right now, they doing damn near everything wrong compared to what they did 9 years ago. So much has changed in 9 years. So anyway, moving on to this episode. A lot of fuckery in this episode. Nell, I have no use for her. Like seriously, I don't care for Nell at all. Like she's just to me, she's not clicking with me. Maybe it's just me, but I have certain taste in characters like that I want to see. I like characters who have a gray area, but they're interesting. You know what I mean? Nell, I just don't find her interesting really. The little drama that she's starting with the Corinthos family, I just feel like it's whack. It's not something that's popping. It's not entertaining in the least bit. Nothing that I haven't seen before, and I'm just not feeling it. Maybe the rest of the world is. I'm just not. I don't know, but it's just not my taste in a character. And I really don't want to see her and Michael together because technically that's kind of like incest because technically she is related to Carly. They're not related by blood, but it's still nasty. Um, and I just feel like she's a waste of a character, and they need to develop her better if they're gonna keep her on the show. Like just tweak her character a bit. Um, can I just say this? And I want to say this again. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to say this. I miss Claudia Zakara. Going back on those episodes like I did this past weekend, I felt like for me, I didn't appreciate Claudia back then the way I should have now, the way I do now. I should have appreciated her back then when she was on the show because god damn, when I tell you Claudia was the. Let me tell you something. Ava Jerome is good, but I just feel like personally Ava ain't got shit on Claudia. I'm sorry, but she ain't got shit on her. Like, I'm sorry, but she just don't, yo. But I'm telling you, if you put Ava and Claudia on this show, Sonny don't stand a motherfucking chance. If you got Ava and Claudia on this show, I'm telling you right now, Sonny Carly done, done. Both of them canceled. They're off the show. I'm just saying. You Claudia was that bitch. I'm just saying she really was. You couldn't fuck with her. Even on her worst day, she would wipe the floor with Ava Jerome. I'm just saying. Even on her worst day, like Claudia was that good. And I love the way that she used to go toe to toe with Trevor Lansing, Rick Lansing's father. I love that. Trevor Lansing was a sleaze. I couldn't stand Trevor, but that was my boy. But anyway, back to the current General Hospital. See how much interesting back in the day was compared to now? When Tracy and Luke used to be fighting back in 2008 and she wanted a divorce and Monica kicked her out of the mansion again. and she was broke. That was like the best storyline. Like shit was funny. And Monica was drinking because Emily and Alan were dead, so Monica started drinking and she ran over Sam. And Jason was with Elizabeth and Sam was with Lucky during that time. Damn, how much time, yo, time has just changed everything. Damn, 9 years ago, Sam was with Lucky and Jason was with Elizabeth. Wow. Carly and Jax had a happy marriage. They were pregnant at the time. Not with Jocelyn, but with their other baby, and Carly miscarried. But anyway, moving on. Let me stay focused on this episode. So, anyways, Nell had to tell Sonny that they didn't really sleep together. Sonny's going on and on about how she fucked up his life, his marriage, whatever, who cares? And meanwhile, Carly was in the bed with Jax. I said, ain't this about a bitch? I said, Carly, what are you doing? I liked it though. Me personally, I'm not a fan of adultery. I don't condone adultery, but in this case, I liked it. I like Carly and Jax together. I always did, and people know I always say this. Like I like them together. They were the best marriage. Like that was Carly's best marriage was when she was with Jax. All her other marriages were just doomed to fail, but this marriage, it went the longest. This I think her marriage to Jax was the longest, 2007 to 2013. Their marriage actually was the longest, even though that they broke up. Though technically they broke up in 2011, but they were just dragging the divorce out because they thought they were divorced. But the divorce actually was not final, so they officially got divorced in 2013. But that still was her longest marriage. Um, but technically they were together from 2007 to 2011, but marriage wise it was 2007 to 2013. But they broke up 2 years prior. But that was her best marriage. I just felt like Carly was the part of the marriage that fucked it all up. Basically, Jax had his bullshit. You know, Jax had his faults. Don't get me wrong, he did. But hers were bigger than his. I'm just saying, her faults outgrew his. Like Carly kept putting Sonny above the marriage. She kept putting Jason above her marriage. Even Alexis called her out on that because it was true. You don't put Jax had no problem as much as he kind of didn't like it. He had no problem with Jason and Sonny being a part of their life. He knew that was gonna be happen. You know what I mean? Because Sonny is her baby father and Jason is her best friend, so he knew they were gonna be a part of Carly's life. He had no problem with that. But when you start putting the two of them above your spouse, that's when it becomes a problem. And I didn't blame Jax for feeling the way he felt. I feel like he had a legitimate beef. You know, you don't put your friend and your baby daddy above your spouse. You don't do that. That's like dudes, a lot of us get criticized and stuff like that for putting baby mothers above the current spouse and all that. You don't do it. You don't do it. That's just something you don't do. Who's going to tolerate that? You know? Nobody's going to tolerate that in their marriage. Hell no. That's fucked up is what it is. And Carly knew it was fucked up, but she did it anyway. Cause I felt like during that time she didn't appreciate the marriage that she had with Jax. She really didn't appreciate it, the way that she should have. And then, it fell to hell and now she's married to Sonny and look how bad that marriage is. Her and Sonny, I felt like they had some good times, but they had way more bad times than they had good times. The bad outweighed the good in their marriage. Whereas Jax and Carly, I felt like the good outweighed the bad. So I definitely feel like in the end, Jax should definitely be her end game. So if the show ever goes off the air, I feel like that's who she should be with at the end of the day, because that was her best marriage. But anyway, I was just looking at Carly like this bitch. She in the bed with Jax, kissing on him, but yet you're flossing your wedding ring that Sonny put on your finger. I said, now how ironic is that? And then she gets a loud knock at the door when she going to get some wine, and who is it? Sonny, of course. I said, oh shit. I was kind of hoping for something more dramatic where Sonny would just walk into her bedroom and see the two of them in bed, but I'll take this. I was hoping that he would walk into the bedroom though and see the two of them in the act. Now that would have been some funny shit. Um, this is like one of the best Gatorades, yo. You have to get this Gatorade Frost. The best Gatorade. I love the taste of this shit. Shit is blazing. Um, Even though I'm not getting paid for product placement, Gatorade. But anyway, um, this whole Elizabeth Franco, Jason, Sam, Jake shit is just downright stupid. I looked at Elizabeth like she lost her fucking mind today. When she went into Jason and Sam's penthouse talking about how oh, if Franco can't be a part of Jake's life, how come Sam can be a part of Jake's life? Usually, I would agree with that sentiment. Usually, I would agree, but I can't agree with Elizabeth on this. Due to the fact that Franco kidnapped your child when he was a baby, he kidnapped your baby, number one, even though he had a brain tumor, I really don't care, but either it doesn't erase everything he did. He sent a known rapist after Michael when he was in prison, talking about something, oh, he was there to protect him. I don't want to hear that shit. He tortured Jason and Sam. He pretended like he raped Sam. And you expect everybody to just forgive him and allow him to be a part of a kid's life? Hell no. I wouldn't want him within 5 feet of my kid or within 5 feet of a school, period. I wouldn't, no, hell no. So I couldn't agree with Elizabeth on that. Now, if it was a different person who didn't do stuff like that, I would be like, yeah, how come Sam gets to be a part of a kid's life, but your better half don't? You know, I agree. But on this one, I couldn't. And here's the thing, I understand her frustration about that because her and Sam never really got along. And that's obvious. I mean, they're cordial now, but I feel like there's still resentment there because of Jason. You know, they battled over Jason for a long time. And then, Sam, in my opinion, has her dirt too. Everybody act like Sam is a saint. I never felt like that. Sam is definitely not a saint. She has her dirt. Number one, she was a con artist when she came to town. Hell, before she came to town, what she did was she was a gold digger. She married wealthy men, fleeced them for their money. Then when she came to town, she fucked around with a lot of married men. Jax, Sonny. She fucked around with, people that were in a relationship at the time. Got pregnant by Sonny while he was married to Carly. Like, she's no saint. And then on top of that, you sat back and watched Jake when he was a baby get kidnapped, and you did nothing. So I think that's the. I still think Elizabeth is still pissed at her about that, even though it was years ago. That was like 10 years ago, but she's still pissed about that. There's still resentment there, and it's obvious. Like, I see it every time they're in scenes together. It's still like that awkward elephant in the room kind of thing. Jason obviously still has dirt on him. I mean, come on, you were a paid professional hitman since 1996 up until 2012. So, come on. And in my opinion, none of them should be around a kid. If you want to look at all of their dirt, none of them should really be around a child. But my thing is, Jason has no right to tell Elizabeth who she should date, who should be around their child. Because if you really think about it, back when Jake was born, Jason signed away his parental rights to Jake. Also, Lucky's name was on that birth certificate, so he has no legal claim to Jake. Liz still has full custody of Jake. They don't have joint custody, so she could easily yank Jake away from Jason anytime she wants to. So Jason has no cards to play. If she really wanted to go to court, she really could go to court and win because number one, everybody knows Jason killed people. They might not have proof of it, but look at his track record. She could easily drag him through the mud. She could drag Sam through the mud. Elizabeth could do all that. Don't think I'm taking up for Elizabeth because I'm not. I'm just saying, like, call a spade a spade. Nobody here is perfect. All of them committed crimes. All of them have done things. So nobody should be throwing stones at glass houses, especially when you live in a glass house. You shouldn't be throwing no stone. They all are not perfect people. They all committed crimes, serious crimes that they all should be in prison for right now. But anyway, um, Nathan went to go talk to Alexis about Julian. I was so fucking happy when Alexis said that she, during her marriage to Julian, before they got married, when they got married, she kept her business separate from him. Meaning her bank accounts, all of that, they kept separate, bank accounts and all that. And I was like, you know what? That's some smart shit. Alexis played a smart move when she did that. And I'm like, as a lawyer, I would expected her, to do that. Because you know the business that Julian's in. You know he's always into some nefarious shit, and you don't want people coming after you financially if something ever went down. So I was actually happy when she did that. Now some guy in a hoodie or whatever, same guy that made that phone call to Alexis, showed up at Alexis' house when she went to go see Sam, and he let himself into her house. But what I'm saying is he had keys though. Now, I don't know if that was Julian or not, but it could have been, but he had keys. I found it funny that he had keys and he let himself into the house with the keys because Alexis didn't, she never locked that door. Remember when Nathan left? she didn't lock the door. And when she left, she never locked the door behind her when she went to Sam's house. So the door was already unlocked. So what he needed keys for? So I don't know who that was, but my guess is could have been Julian, it could have been somebody else. I don't know who that was. But we all know Julian is alive. We know he not dead. We ain't stupid. We know he alive. Um Christina was her same annoying self. I ain't never really missed Christina. Like she's super annoying. Like she act like her father walk on water and Julian was the devil incarnate. Like seriously, your father and Julian are two of the same. They in the same business. They do the same dirt. Both of them got dirt on their blood on their hands. So one is no different than the other. Um, Somebody need to whoop Jake little ass because Jake act like he grown and he can do whatever he want to do. Like seriously, it's time to put a belt to his ass, Jason Elizabeth. It's time to whoop him. Fuck all that timeout shit. Beat his ass. I'm just saying, it works. It helps. We all got our ass beat when we were kids. Come on, tough love. But anyway, that was a cool episode. But I just missed the older stuff. Shelly, I feel like the current head writers they need to go because a lot of their storylines are just boring. Like I remember when they were head writers on The Young and Restless, those storylines dragged out and they were just uninteresting. They were not entertaining. It was just like blah. So they just need to revamp the show. But anyway, I hope all you have a great day. If I forgot something, let me know. But I hope all you had a great day. See you all tomorrow. Have a great day.